All right, here we are. We're live. We're ready to go. We're hanging out. We're gonna make another map, and it's gonna be even more unhinged than the last one. So, hope you're ready. I'm trying to polish off. There's maybe 2 more maps that could be made on stream. They don't have to be, but I'll see how I feel. If I'm in the mood to work on them on days when I'm not streaming, they'll get done. But there are sort of 2-ish more maps that I want to get done for this campaign before we move on to other stuff. And this is one of them. And it's a bit of a unique one. I can't say that I've ever seen this type of map before. I've seen a lot of taverns, seen a lot of mountains, seen a lot of fey forests, and infernal circles of hell. Don't know if I've ever seen a TTRPG basketball court, but we're gonna change that today. Because there's a high school in this setting and it needs a gym. And I figured, why not? Why not challenge ourselves? Why not? I need to... I just realized I should probably pull up a reference. Okay, this is actually not that bad. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay, actually. May take us a little second, a quick second to just figure out what we're doing here. But I actually do think we can pull this one off, which is why I thought it would be a fun challenge on stream. It's a little unhinged, but I think we got it. Okay. So, let's pull up, okay, let me quickly get our references while you're not looking. Okay, and then let's go back and just do... Okay, sorry. I'm just adjusting some things, making sure that everything is ready. All right, that's better. Okay, we're gonna reference some of our old stuff too. That's what I was pulling up. Because I like that cooler that we made that one time. And I think we made, what, water bottles as well? That was pretty sick. So we're actually going to be using those as a reference, looking back on, because I don't remember how I made them, but they looked good. They looked pretty good. So we're just going to use our own thing as a reference, you know? It is how it is. I think we just used bottles, glass bottles, and we just made them look like water bottles. Anyways, let's see. Okay, let's go over and let's get started. Because we gotta find the right texture for the wood first. That's number one. I think we're gonna go with wood. Is bro alive? Maybe. Maybe. You never know. Sort of somewhere in between, trapped in between. It's undeath. That's what it is. I'm a lich. Okay, let's quickly go over and let's get started because this is a complex one. So let's start figuring it out. Okay. So here's our setting, and we're working with the high school over here, right? And we've already made a couple maps within that. We did the football field, we did some of the hallways, some of the classrooms, we did all that on stream. That's why we're listening to Persona music, if you didn't get that. It's because we're working on a high school right now. And so I thought, let's do the gym. Because there's 2 gym doors in the foyer of the school, of the high school. So if players will probably go into the high school at some point. So let's have the gym just in case. we're noted over prepper Charlemagne Shackelford is making a map that might never be seen. Surprise, surprise. So we're gonna work on it over here. We're gonna make it kind of a rectangle. But what I actually wanted to do was reference some of our old work. This is our football field, at least part of it. And I wanted to see, so we just really just used alcohol bottles and we turned them white. Okay, clever. Smart. Where's the mechanic shop? In the high school, like the classroom. I don't know why I struggled to find the word classroom for so long. That's a good idea, but I don't imagine it will come up. So we could make that. But because potentially they're going to be talking to some of the students and it more revolves around the sports teams, that's why I'm prioritizing sports. Okay, so this is how we did the cooler, which actually looked pretty good. It was a train hatch and some weapon cabinets. Ah, I remember now. I remember now. Okay. I wish we could just copy paste that one. Okay, so we're gonna, first of all, oh, hang on. Let's quickly grab something else too. I want to make sure I'm using the right walls so that we match the rest of the aesthetic. Let's find the school foyer. Perfect. That's another reference that we should be using. Okay. Beauty. Beauty. So, this was our foyer. So I just wanted to reference the doors on the walls so that we could use the same ones. So the doors will be central. Sometimes they do like 2 sets of doors, but this is a fairly small high school, so we'll just say 1 set of doors central, and then some benches on either side. It's a fairly modest gym, we will say. I've got some references over here for the basketball court markings, which we're going to have to make. So let's start with the walls. So first things first, let's get our boxes going. Do we want to? It's just that brick that we used plus the marble interior. Trying to think if we want to use the marble. It would work. There's something better though. I say we stick with what's working. So it was this. Something like that. All right. And then add a clarity. A little vignette. Doesn't need to be too dark in here, but just a tiny vignette to enhance the impression that we're inside. And then actually we're just going to dupe this. Make it a couple sizes bigger. And then swap it to our other texture, which is somewhere around here. I think it's in the castle stuff. Yeah, there we are. Temple. Scale down. And I think we brightened it up a little bit. Maybe not. But let's do that anyway. Just a touch. There we go. And then we're going to take the marble, kind of shrink it, and then scale it up as well. So it shows through properly. Okay, now let's actually remove the shadow from this top one so that we can see it better. Okay. And then some micro adjustments here and there. But that's basically how we do our double wall real quick. And then we actually want to portal right here on both of them. Well, it doesn't have to be right there. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate because we are going to move them. Widen them. Make room for a nice big double door. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just smacked the microphone. I don't know if you heard that. Probably not. It was probably only a little rustle. Hope it wasn't too loud. I'll do it again if you don't behave, chat. Okay, then we were using the, I think it was just also in tempo, right? Little capstones to block off the messiness. Lovely. Yeah, why don't we do some corner stuff too? Did we decide on a name for like the sports team of the high school when we were doing the football one? I don't remember if we did. I think we definitely discussed it, but I don't remember if we actually decided on anything. We were saying something aquatic because it's like a harbor town. I was thinking it'd be something funny. If it would be funny if it was like harmless. I think that's what I was saying. Something not very intimidating. Town is called Charity Bay. So something to do with that. It was like some sort of aquatic thing that started with C. Clam? Charity Bay clams? Is that it? Crabs? Sea cucumbers? I don't know. Did we center that? Ah, good enough. Good enough. Okay, and then... Hi, welcome, Killer Snake Lord. And then, okay, so we want... Thinking ahead, some benches in our basketball court. Now, we could try to do bleachers, but I don't think it's going to turn out. So I think we're just going to keep it pretty humble. This is a small town with small town stuff. We could even put a door back here or something that like would lead out, because the gyms typically always have like a door that goes outside. So maybe we could put a door here and then like maybe change rooms or something, or like back to the hallway. Could do something like that. Maybe we should make some more portals. I'm trying to think ahead so that we... What am I making? We are making a tabletop role-playing game like Dungeons and Dragons map of a basketball court. We like to create unhinged challenges for ourselves here. Okay, and then we'll do maybe a door here. This door could go, we could put a door on this wall maybe. And that one leads like outside. They always, gyms, like high school gyms always have like a door that goes outside so that you can just like go out to the track or whatever. It's always like close to an exterior, you know? It's like either on a hallway that leads outside or something, you know? That way they don't have to... Because like half the sports are in the gym and half the sports are outside for like high school gym class. I know my high school gym class was 600 years ago because I'm a lich, but you know, that's what I remember at least. Just starting D&D, it's fun. Like, you mean you're just starting playing in general as a whole? It's an exciting time. Fresh and new. Okay. Well, maybe just put a bunch of doors. Maybe there's just a lot of doors in the gym. There's typically a lot of doors, right? Oh, I didn't expand that one. Hang on. Let's portal. Make that a little bigger. Actually, we should we do our due diligence? Should we be good boys today, chat? All right, let's say 78 across the board for the size. And then our doors are sized the same. Fine. Fine. So are you a player, Killer Snake, or are you a DM, or what are you? Are you in a campaign, or just getting into learning the rules, or what's the situation? This is a very big D&D channel. We're all about D&D here, and tabletop games in general, so you're in the right place. Let's pop some of those. We can resize them later. Okay. We'll leave these benches here. I kind of want to get some doors in here so we can make sure we size the portals properly. I say portal, I'm just talking about door frame. Okay, we just use those doors. That's these doors. So we'll do the same here. I think maybe the scale's all right. Yeah, not bad. Okay. And then let's take these and let's lock them so they are out of our way. Just do some minor adjustments here. Make sure everything's looking nice and tidy. Let's quickly... Oh, wrong way. Stretch that to cover what we needed to cover. As long as you make small little stretch adjustments, it's never visible in the warping of the actual pattern. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out, should we just do the change rooms like off here and just say that that's what they are, or should we make this like a hallway that leads to the change rooms? They're never gonna go to they're not gonna go there. Doesn't matter. We're not even gonna, I wouldn't even take them there. I'd just be like, you go to the change room and you change. If you need to change, then go there. Okay? I wouldn't take them there anyway, so let's not bother. That's a hallway that leads to coach's office, like gym teacher's office, kind of the PE headquarters, plus the change rooms. We'll just say that's a hallway. And then this goes outside. So if they go through that door, we can bring them to the football field. And then this goes to the foyer. Okay, perfect. So we got sort of our structure now. Got some benches. We'll reshade everything once we get our colors down. But for now, we're just structuring, figuring out what goes where. Okay, I did move the vignette down. So I think most importantly, let's find our basketball court texture. So using some references that I pulled up here. So there's kind of like two maybe directions we could take this. We could go wood, or we could go kind of like that tile kind of stuff. It's not stone, it's like this plasticky, maybe linoleum kind of tile. And I think wood is better because older gyms tend to be wood, and this is sort of like a dated high school. So I think we're gonna go with wood, plus I think it's just gonna be easier to depict in general. But we'll fiddle a little bit with the color of the wood. I don't know if we're not gonna go this light, but I was using this as reference for like the markings. See, kind of like a wood feel. I'm thinking wood. So we'll need some sort of border around the outside that's sort of inward, right? So it'll kind of be there-ish, right? so that the benches are out of bounds. And then we'll have to do the basketball nets themselves. Why did I struggle to find the word net? I'll do the basketball nets themselves here and here. And that'll be probably the trickiest part. I'm anticipating that's the hardest part. And then from there, we can just do the markings on the ground. That shouldn't actually be that bad. I'm anticipating that will be okay. Because we've got a lot of ruler tools, so we can make some straight lines. I think the hardest part will be the net itself. The backboard, not that bad. But depicting a net from the top down and having it actually look like a net might be a little tricky. But I think we can pull it off. We'll use some of our old tricks. Okay, so we'll start with our texture. For the background, I think the woods here would be fine, but I think we're actually going to use none of these. We're going to use, so this one would be okay. The other wood would be fine. All perfectly serviceable. I actually think the best one might be this one. Right here. Let me cook for a sec, chat. Texture scale down. Right. Maybe even mess with the contrast a little bit. And then a little reddier, a little darker, a little more saturated, right? And then we go fill in the blanks like so. Right? And then we'll add some shine to it. We'll add our own shine to it. But maybe, I think that, maybe the texture scale. What do we think? Texture scale up a bit? Let's try it. Let's leave this here and just cycle it in and out. Texture scale up. Not bad, okay. Let's leave it like that. Texture scale is done. I like the grain going that way. Maybe a little reddier. And then maybe a little more desaturated. Fix the contrast a little. Not sure I love the contrast. Darken it a little bit maybe. And then it would be these that change to match. So we would do a little bit more red, right? Desat, darken. Yeah, something like that. So let's grab them all and do the same thing to them. So it would be a little bit red, a little bit desaturated, and a little bit darker. Okay, so there. Now like our color temperature matches across the board, which I think always looks better. We could... Actually, we probably aren't going to flatten the markings on the court until the very end. So in theory, we could fix the floor or redo the floor entirely all the way up until the end. We got a lot of options to pivot. So I'm thinking we leave it like this for now. We mess around a little bit. And then we come back to it. And we see at the end if it matches everything else. I concur. I concur with myself. Okay. So, to be honest, there isn't really too much detail work we can do until the court's done, right? So we kind of have to start it on that part. at least we should define the border. So we'll do... Okay, so we need to figure out, actually, can we just use yellow? Yes. Okay, actually, I'm going to quickly grab another reference. High school basketball court. I just want to see color-wise. I think a lot of white, right? It's like, because I feel like they're not. It's not all one color for the lines on the ground. They often kind of mess with it a little bit, right? Now I know there's usually markings for multiple sports in a gym like this. They wouldn't just mark basketball. They would probably have a couple lines for other sports so that you can kind of reference them. But I think for our sake and simplicity of the map, we're just going to depict a basketball court as best we can. And it will be implied that you can play other sports here. So we can try both black and white maybe, and then maybe try a mix of the two or a bit of red in there. Because I think that tends to be the more prominently used colors for something like this. See, got, oh, that's very tiny. See, kind of black, a little bit of white maybe. You see how there's like multiple sports mixed in here, right? You can kind of see you could use these as like volleyball or whatever if you're going sideways. They always do that, but we're just gonna try to keep it simple so that we don't overcomplicate and muddy the map. We want it to be very obvious what it is, so let's keep it simple, stupid. Okay, brightness. So now we got a nice white. So let's start with white. We can very easily change the color, so this is quite pivotable. So we'll do something like that for starters. And then this will have to be the bottom layer, and then we will just sort of tweak our opacity until it suits it. Mess with the scale a little bit, something like that. Okay. So that would be like our outer boundary. Walk outside of that, ball's out of play, right? And then we would have... Okay, so there's the court and there's the two keys, right? And so then you got this rounded kind of circle. So we could do... Trying to think of how to make... I guess we just go with a rounded edge rather than trying to do a circle and cutting it in half. We can do a circle there for half court. Some lines, that's easy enough to do. That, and then a big curve. Okay, the curves will probably be the hardest, most like finicky part to nail, but I think we're okay. We'll have to mess with it a little bit. Maybe, okay. Could we, if we make it symmetrical enough, we can take what we do here, copy it, and just paste it over there. And then it'll be identical. In theory, if we make this symmetrical enough, it will work as a mirror image. Now, easier said than done. Now that part's probably easy to make symmetrical. So let's start with that. So let's actually not use a box here. Let's use a lovely pen tool. So if we do a box, then unfortunately we'll have some overlap, and we don't quite want that. Okay. Scale wise, should we make that wider? We can just keep trying. It's not bad. You know what? I should have just exported this and just just copy it. Now that would be stenciling it. That would be giga brain, but I'm not that smart, so we're gonna do it by hand. Okay. Let's okay. So we got This one's nice and simple, but this one's also quite nice. Versus this one. Okay, they're all pretty good. Actually, let's do our half court line. That's probably quite important as well, isn't it? So we'll just try to do something like this and like that, and then we can move it around. So we'll line that up with the door, because that'll make it look like half court. Okay, you can start to see what we're doing now, right? You can see the vision chat. So then we'll have to do, okay, so we'll have to do straight line, and then a rounded bit out and around here, plus a rounded bit on the end here, and then a circle at center court. So let's do that circle real quick. A nice perfect circle. Now, how scale-wise, it's actually bigger than that, so not bad. Legitimately not bad size. I think where we're going wrong is we're just maybe a little small. So maybe we should take this bad boy, unlock him, make him a little bigger. Give us a little more wiggle room to play with on the inside. Beauty. Okay. And we can take this line, just make it a little bigger. Okay. About half court. And then we can just do another one, right? So this one only has one, this one has two. Let's do two because we can always just delete the other one. So we're just holding Alt here to make a perfect circle. Oh, did we just merge shape? Yeah, we did. Never merge shape. So the great thing about this is that we can just shrink it and then scale it up a little bit and match the line thickness like that. This is like a Pokemon battle. To be honest, am I crazy? It looks like we're about to have a Pokemon battle here. A little bit, right? Let's play a different song for a sec, just to shake things up. Another banger. Okay. Let's take those two and bump them up. To 3, and then we'll grab all these bits. Bump them up as well. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so actually we need to do 2 lines like that. And then now do they start curving? This is such a banger. What a good song. It's so catchy. Okay. Actually, we need to use our reference. It actually starts curving a little bit ahead. So let's just get rid of that. So these are shorter than this. What's our opacity here? 68. So it's about, actually, let's look again. Okay, so about that much. And it stops early so that it can start curving. Okay, I think this should be okay. As long as we can adjust things later, but as long as we get it kind of close. we can do the adjustments after. But too much struggle. Now we're looking at in terms of overlap here. Pretty good. Okay. And then so I think we might have no choice but to curve. Now how curvy can we make this bad boy? One, two. Actually, it might be wiser to add nodes here and here. Oh, you know what? We could have that's not, we're not leaving like that. I promise. Actually, would have been kind of intriguing to trace something that was curved anyway. Okay, so taking that off, it's definitely not symmetrical, but it's like decent enough, you know? So let's add some more nodes and try to make that look a little better. I keep doing that, but I'm already on the right tool. Okay. Round it off a little more gently, basically. Using more nodes. Okay. It's not quite right, but it's close enough. And we can probably offset that by doing something like this. All right, and then so this will be the test. Is if we can reverse it like so and have it not look like garbage. It's not bad. Okay, and then we do need to round the ends of that. We don't have to. Could leave it like this and just add some other lines here. Okay, I think maybe that's detailed enough, but we could add some more stuff. Like we could add these little lines. Yeah, let's add those little lines. And then we could always resize some stuff. Kind of made some of this stuff a little too big maybe. Or just our quart's pretty small. That's okay. It's all good. I think it doesn't need to be dead on. I think you get the image of what this is, especially once we add the coup de grace at the end. See if you can guess what that is. But the one thing that will make it very obvious what we're trying to depict here. Scale this one down a little bit. Kind of do this sort of thing, right? What if we just just hold down the true ruler tool, hold down to make it slowly align. Perfect. Okay. Then I think we'll just do this. Okay. It's pretty good, right? I think that's good enough. Do we need to add more details? Do we need to round out the end? We don't, right? Might just make it look uglier. I think this gets across the image of what we're trying to achieve here. Without overcomplicating it. So we just take all of that and lock it. Just lock all of that. Nope. Okay. Well, probably this is easier anyway. Okay. There. So now we don't have to worry about it. And we can add our details. So let's go over here. What are these? Booze? Booze. Okay. So we took booze. Is it? What type of booze is it? I think it's literally this, right? We took these. I mean, I guess you could say that this is like a Gatorade bottle. it's lemon lime. Yeah, why not? And then we'll do a couple like empty bottles or water bottles, whichever you'd like to infer that they are. Boom. We'll grab a couple more of these, pop them over all the way over here on this bench. Do one more over here. There's lots of water bottles. Do something like this. Or you know what? We could set up, turn them to blue, and then there we go. Yeah, you know that like blue tinge that like plastic water bottles have? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, and then this one we'll leave alone. This is our Gatorade bottle. Actually, we could even probably, yeah, green it up a little bit. Should we make that an item that they can pick up and add to their inventory? Gatorade bottle. Should we give it a buff that it gives you? Electrolytes restored. This stream sponsored by Gatorade. That would actually be funny. I think we should just do that because it's funny. For the bit. Okay. And then we did a cooler. Should we just recreate the cooler? So it was a train thingy, train hatch, plus 2 weapon cabinets that were turned red. With 168, 200, 81. 168, 281. 168, 200, 168, 281. So they're over here, and they're weapons crate, weapon cabinet, ooh, weapon cabinet. Okay, and we did 168, 200, and 81. Work smarter, not harder. Okay, and this was put on top and stretched to match the size of it to look like a cooler lid. And I think maybe we just kind of made it look a little whiter, like so. Layer that in. Now, was it 2? No, just 1. Well, we might have to adjust the colors for the brightness of this map, but I think overall pretty good. Grab some more of these. Okay, and then, oh, should we do more pom-poms? We could have some cheerleaders in the gym too. How did we do these? Ungroup. They're purple pansies and they're color swapped. Purple pansies. And then layered on top of each other like so. And then one of them was blue. One of them was red. So blue. Just a white one. We just sat down brightness up. Yeah, makes sense. So we'll do sat down brightness up. Adjusted that for some reason. And then this red shouldn't be that hard to do. Something like that. Okay. There we go. So we'll take these, group them, dupe them, throw one over here. Or, you know what? Maybe the cheerleaders are just hanging out on one of the benches, talking to each other, rather than putting them somewhere separate. nose is running there. I have like weird allergies. I don't know why. When snow starts melting, allergies start acting up. Strange for a skeleton, I know, but it is what it is. Okay. And then, last but not least, the important detail. Actually, hang on. What kind of shoes do we have? We could try to find some sort of like running shoe. Like someone's left their running shoes here. I think it's only boots here, but maybe here? No? Foot? Robot parts? No. Boot? No. Clothes? Okay. Definitely not hazmat suits. Noted. Alright. Actually, hang on. Let's go up here. Let's grab the one thing that we really need. There we go. The most important part of the map. And then give her a shadow. And then maybe even just kind of mess with the brightness a little bit, make it match. And then we'll tweak the shadow a little bit. Just doing it more intense so I can see it. And then we'll mess with the blur a little bit. Maybe go a little more over. And then even just rotate it a little bit. And then we'll paint a little bit on it as well. Give it a little bit more depth. And then we'll just put one up over here on the bench. Put one under one of the benches. Okay, and then we need to start doing some general shading. So first things first, we'll make the walls pop out. Just along every wall. And then we'll adjust some assets to match that new brightness we've given them. And then we will flatten and give a little bit of depth to that stuff as well. But right now we're just trying to get the walls. Walls are a very important part of selling the depth of the map. Making sure you get some nice prominent shadows around them first. Everything else can fall in line after, but the wall shadows are key. So just gonna kind of dance around the edge here. Okay. So already now you can kind of see that we're in a room, you know? It's not flat. Okay. And then obviously we'll get a little more shading in there when we flatten those, but I always leave those to the end because it simplifies things, trust me. So now we'll go around and we'll kind of mess with these since they're a little darker, tweak them to match being on the outside. And then of course we will flatten them too. I'm gonna kind of flatten the entire interior here, to be honest. Still just bop into the song, to be honest. It's so catchy. So that's my brain just goes empty as I'm trying to think. Because I'm just like, I'm jamming out. What a pop. Oh yeah, we still have to do the basketball nets. Shoot. Let's do that now before I start doing any more shading. Don't let me do any more shading. I'm banned from shading until I finish the actual map. Okay, so trying to think about. So the difficulty is we need a hoop, we need a backboard, and we need a net individually. I think those are the three pieces that we should handle individually. I think the backboard itself can just kind of be anything, in all honesty. It's a lot of different things that would work. But maybe we just look at a reference of a basketball net just to see if there's any like nuances that we're missing. Just went to the shopping tab of Google. No, I'm not in the market for one. So from the top down, it's just gonna kind of look like a bit of plasticky frame, you know? Sort of just a straight line from the top down perspective, to be entirely honest with you. Not particularly interesting. Actually, let's see if there's basketball net top down. Ooh, hang on. Just had an idea. Honestly, we probably just get like a clip art like we did with the basketball. I was like, I know we're not gonna be able to create a basketball, so I just grabbed a clip art of one, but we might actually be able to snag a hoop too. Is that lazy? Let's try to do it our own way first. It's easy enough to just take the clip art. It's kind of boring though. It'd look fine, but it's a little boring. Kind of want to do it our way first. Let's be our own man, chat. But I'm thinking maybe the painting that's all white as our backboard. Right? And then we do like some metal framing, maybe? Is there like... It's honestly probably in the sci-fi stuff. Just make like a hell basketball net. Trying to think of like the best way to depict the metal bits on the back of a basketball net. Part that holds it to the wall, the frame. Okay, let's look here. Because we can always kind of use some mix and matched metal bits here. Ooh. No. I wish we just had that one bit. But what if we did this one? right? Because it does kind of line up with this line, right? And then put that over top. Okay, now we're talking. And then we can paint that out. Okay, I can see it. I can see the vision. And then we do this. We stretch it out a little bit, make it kind of right in there. Maybe. I wish we had just that bit. Damn. That's so unfortunate. I wonder anywhere else. So the lit versions. Okay, we can try just searching through all this stuff in general. You never know. Let's take out the metal tag. This is another one of my ideas, is like use like a lamp, a bit from a lamp. It's an idea, but I think what we have is better. Okay, not quite that. It's not quite right either. Trying to think of like an alternate way to get that one bit without the rest of it. I'm coming up shy. Power lines? Ooh, hang on. Ooh, hang on. You know what? I think we found it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. So this will go down to like 1. Oh yeah, much better. This will come up to 3. Okay, and then we want it to sit about there. No, we want it to sit back a little bit so you can see that little like kind of winch looking bit. And then maybe even just a little like desaturated. Okay, and then it sits in line with that, which works as well. Okay. Okay. It's coming together. It's all coming together. So we need to sort of align this vertically now. I think we're a little too... These the same size? Okay. Then we'll have to remember to paint the shadows beforehand. To the eyeball? What do we think? To the eyeball, down a bit maybe. And this one needs to go back a bit. And that's more because our ground bit here is a little off, but it's fine. Don't sweat things like that. Okay, and then thinking now again. Trying to plot what we want to do for the ring itself that would hold the netting. I I guess we just gotta hunt. It's kind of our only choice here. To just find something ring-shaped vaguely. We can kind of make our own. That's true. I say that's true as if I'm like not just talking to myself. So true. Good point, Charlemagne. Because the problem is we can't just use a circle. It needs to be ring-shaped because you need to be able to see through it. Now there are just rings. We can try those. Though they're going to be a little low res maybe because the ring is designed to be very small, right? So we can make our own ring. But let's take a little stroll, shall we? Okay, so these are the rings, and like I just said, a little bit a little bit tiny. So by the time they get this big, it's gonna be a little rough, you know? So that's like, you know, serviceable enough, right? It's fine. It's not ideal. I don't like it. Let's do something better. But we'll leave that in place so we can compare. We'll work on the other one now and we'll compare the two. So that we know that we're making something better than the other one. I think we're gonna have to make our own using we should actually now I'm thinking about the other stuff too, the netting. Spiderweb. Use the spiderweb. Yeah, this is tough. There just isn't quite the thing we're looking for, you know? Net. Net. But not quite, you know? There's no hollow version of this, right? I mean, if it didn't have that bit in the middle, it'd be a prime candidate. But it does, so it's not. See, this is the part where we slowly go insane, chat. Where we have a thing we want to depict and we try to think of the most creative way to do so. And we just spiral for like an hour. Because we've got to think about the netting. Now the netting, when you look down on it, has like this really particular shape. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Could just clip art it up, you know? Be a very elegant solution. But here, let me show you a reference of what I'm looking at. Okay, see what I mean? Flashbang. Jesus, that's bright. I'm still struggling to look at it. It's so bright. But see what I mean? This is the image that I pulled up that gave me the idea to use the painting as the backboard. But do you see what I mean? Where we got like that specific pattern of netting. And I don't think we're gonna be able to nail that quite. We can use another frame for like the red bit. And then really just anything at all. to make the hoop bit. Shouldn't actually be that bad. Honestly, we don't need the netting. But we might as well try it. Using some sort of thing that we can hide. I mean, we could probably draw that if we wanted to be very psychotic today. We could probably just draw that. No. Have to resist that urge, or that'll be the rest of the stream. Just drawing that pattern. Okay. So let's fix this. Let's find a wall. Something nice and simple, without too much detail to it, that matches the frame, but has enough color that we can change the color ourselves. So I'm thinking where was it? Honestly, the one we used, the marble texture, I wonder if that would be all right. It might be. Where did it go? Am I crazy? Marble. Oh, it's the railing. That's why it didn't show up. Because it's called marble railing. It's the rail. Just do rail and you'll find it. That's why. And we should go over here because we already have it. Imagine that. Okay. So let's do a shape. So this will be our ring, and we'll scale it down so that it just works perfectly. But let's size it right before we do the scale, obviously. So this will have to go up on maybe 4, 3. Correct that. Okay, so scale wise, the ring should be about that big. About that big. Scale it up a little bit just to make it more visible. And then let's mess with the colors so we can get something going on here. Okay, so that's nice and colorful, and then we change the hue. Okay. Right. Actually, no. Duplicate at the end. Duplicate at the end, genius. Much smarter strategy. And then do we have a shadow on here? Okay, well we can decide later if we want to keep that. Oh, big. Let's just actually, it's right at the top anyway. This, I was thinking maybe this frame would be interesting. We could try it. It's like a detail on the backboard. If we can get it to match the right red, you know? Okay. Right, and then still kind of pinky here, aren't we? Well, I think that's going to be inevitable just because of the white we have to use. Though I wonder, can we get a better result off of this backboard here? Yes, we can. Which means we should just find a better texture here, to be honest. Ooh, hang on. Oh wait, there's actually just a red carpet, hang on. Let's just use that one. Wow. Okay, and then try to match those reds a little bit. And then we can do just like maybe a like this, something. Okay, just enough to kind of distance that out there. Right. Okay. Much better than that shitty ring on the other side. Not bad, right? That's not bad at all. I think that works. So, if we take everything we just did and we dupe that, take it over to the other side. Ooh, group it first. And then spin it. Pop it right on. And then draw a line between the bottom end. Perfect. Matches. Okay. Now, now I'm gonna figure out the net. Which, to be honest, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. It's probably gonna be the hardest part. But we never say never. So the key thing we're looking for is something we can, I guess we can just try to draw it. Stop saying that. Stop saying that, Charlemagne. You're gonna actually do it. Stop saying that. Trying to think of like small enough to hide behind the ring of the net, the hoop. And obscure what we're using. Now, then I just keep coming back to a straight line because that doesn't need to be obscured. And then, of course, the next bit of that is just draw it. Just draw it, genius. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There are nets, but none of them are the right shape. So, kind of places us in a tough position. Woven basket. It's like, can I just use like the outside bit of that, please? That'd be ideal. I mean, actually, hang on. I was just thinking we could use it as like reference even. mean, honestly, no one would complain if it didn't have the net or if it just looked like that. Right? It'd be fine. It'd be fine. But I was thinking we could just use it as like a reference point maybe for drawing our own. And then maybe even the marble for this, since we're going for white anyway. Right? And then we just take this, sat brightness, and then like down a layer or two, and then brightness, and then we just go around. And we just create a shape. And then we just do the inverse of it. Do it real simple. We could probably even... it's not going to be even enough to do that, probably. But we could do something like this. Right? And then... go here. And just like do the inverse. Okay, we're getting a little unhinged here. But that's okay. It's in the stream tags. Okay. And then get rid of that damn basket, and then fix maybe these ones for some reason look different. Okay. Well, I mean, it looks good, right? I actually think we kind of pulled it off there. Okay, so we can just probably copy paste this one and not have to do that again. But this actually, it actually looks good. I'm actually a little bit surprised that this looks as good as it does. Okay. I'm trying to think of like what else we need to do on the map. So let's take our hang on, let's take all this and let's actually just get rid of it. And then we'll copy paste. All right. everything in there. Yes. Okay, that's much easier. Oh, hang on. Didn't group it before we rotated it. There we go. Pop that up a layer. Align that backboard. And then it looked a little off, so let's just align that. Align this bit with the other bit. Okay. All right. Gotta stretch for a sec. Let's stand up, chat. Everybody stand up and stretch. Okay. We're gonna need to go into the flattening and shading part. So maybe actually, you know what? While we're stretching anyways, let's maybe let's take a little BRB. I need to grab some more water anyway. Gotta stay hydrated if we're in the gym, right? Okay, let's do a quick BRB, and then we'll finish it up. You guys can listen to this song while I'm gone. It's really catchy. I'm back. Hello, everybody. Should we finish this bad boy up? This it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's really coming along. We still kind of need to do the lighting and everything, so that'll kind of change how it looks. But I think we might be at the phase where we need to flatten. That's always the scariest moment. It's always the scary part. Because it requires a lot of work that might need to be entirely undone. That's okay. We like to live on the edge here. So let's actually save. I probably should have saved before I walked the fuck away from my desk, huh? Let's just call this the high school gym. It's more accurate than the basketball court. Technically, it is a basketball court, but it's the high school gym, and I think the other ones have high school hallway and stuff like that in their title, so it'll be easy to find them if they're all titled high school whatever. Okay, so in the order of things that need to be flattened, that's the most important part. Figuring out the order. I think first it needs to be the ground bits, so all those markings, and then we'll even out all the shading there, and then we will shade under the nets to make sure that they're casting a shadow on the markings of the court, and then we flatten the benches potentially, or just top layer shade them, which we'll probably end up doing. And then at the very end, flatten the hangers for the frames for the nets, so that the back bit can be painted out. Okay, that is the order. Now, first things first, we're gonna have to tweak a few things. So we want to keep that locked, and then we want all of our gritty yellow lines in our layers. You can't quite see, I'm in the way. There. But I'm working with the stuff on the right here to unlock all these layers so that we can grab them all and flatten them. Now we don't have any other things on this layer, do we? What are these? Oh, these are included. Okay. Perhaps we should ungroup those quickly. Take these two, ungroup them so that they can just be grabbed up in the rest of it. And then we just grab, oh, hang on, still some left to go. I think we just ought to, okay, now let's save now so we don't have to do that again. Let's give it another save. In case we botch the shading, then we don't have to do that again. Actually, you know what? Let's quickly put a pin in that and do the lights, because I actually want to know where my lights are before I shade. So I think because we already have that kind of brown in our wood, we're going to take some saturation out of our lights here. Make it nice and big to kind of get a bit of a gradient to some of the wood, and then just sort of get a bit of a fade to it. Just sort of make it a little uneven in some places. size differences. Kind of like that. Just kind of, there's some brighter lights in different places. It glints a little differently. Okay. And then let's grab all these, pop them on our top layer, and lock them. Okay. And then now, okay, I have to save again. I have to save again. And then from here, we will flatten. What went wrong there? I flattened the foreground. I did it again. Every single time. Okay, and we want to go pretty low on our opacity and just subtly, nice and big even, to make it extra subtle. Just like subtly help align this with the rest of the court, you know? There we go. Just makes it look a little more lived in, like it just feels a little more realistic. Hang on, do these not flatten? Damn it. Okay, let's just back up a little bit. Why did... Oh, the damn curved lines. They didn't all flatten. Weird. Okay. Well, regardless, still what we're trying to do. Okay, and then let's do some top layer shading. Nice and light still. Honestly, let's grab all this stuff and just move it a touch away from the wall. I want to grab all these, lock them. I want to align my doors a little better, and then lock them. Actually, let's make them match. There we go. I think we were desaturating them on the other maps. That's why I did that. Let's grab these two as well. Do that same thing. Okay. Let's lock this just to get everything out of the way. And then this stuff should be down below. So should this stuff. The only thing that should go up a little bit is that, and these little water bottles here. And then this one can go up. Actually, just move this one down a little bit. Honestly, hang on. It's really just this that needs to come out from the wall. Okay, and then... Oh, top layer shading. You fool. Bottom layer. Give it some depth so that our basketball net looks like it's kind of got a bit of depth to it. Okay. And then top layer shade, so this will be pretty precise, so we're just gonna kind of shade across some of the stuff that's sitting next to the wall. And the goal of this is to just make it look like it's sitting against the wall and the shadows are interacting with it. But we don't want to be too heavy-handed with it. Or it looks a little tacky. This is again to add depth to our walls. Always when we're dealing with top-down, we're always aiming for depth. It helps not only just to make the map like look way better, but it also makes it a lot more like legible to the audience. If they can like see which bits are up and which bits are down, you know? If it's all just one big layer, kind of makes it hard to navigate, to see what you can walk through and what you can't. Helps immersion. So we go do a bit of shading just to help our walls kind of pop. Okay. So I think that should be good. I think that makes sense for the shading. I don't think we need to do anything else. Oh, you know what? A garbage can might be good. It's typically a garbage can, right? It's either trash or waste. Something like this is fine, but let's actually go look at the, or hang on, maybe even this one is better. But I think there's like waste paper basket or something like that. Yeah, actually I kind of like this one here. Kind of would have like probably two of these, right? And then we just kind of fade them away. And then we'll do a little bit of shading. Okay. And then maybe we mess around with our lights a little bit. Just kind of want to maybe like move them around, see if we can find some better spots for them. That's honestly pretty good. It kind of like makes it feel like there's like some brighter lights shining down on you. But you can kind of see that it's a little spotty in some areas. Maybe a little smaller for some of these. To make it a little more obvious where the lights are. And then, okay, so let's lock these again. And what else do we have? We need to flatten the frames, and I think that's it. Hmm. Just like staring at it and trying to figure out what we can do differently. This is the overanalyze section of the stream that we always hit towards the end, where we stare at what we've done, what we've wrought, and try to see if we can do it better. I'm almost thinking maybe we fuck the shadows a little bit. Or maybe they're just a little uneven. Let's not do that. Okay. That's fine. So then we need to take these two, flatten them. And then we can up our opacity again and just paint it right out. Oh, on the top layer. Paint that right out. Okay. So, what do we think? Do we do good? Just look like a basketball court? I think so. Maybe, hang on. Again, we're nitpicking now. Maybe we take one of these and just like make them different brightnesses. They're all 66, so maybe we just kind of vary the brightnesses a little bit. Should we see if we've done the ambiance properly? This is how we check to see if the map works. We do gym, sneaker, squeak, ambiance. 6 hours long. Gym shoes squeaking on a floor sound effect 6 hours long. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We should have just listened to this the whole stream. Now that would have been an unhinged stream. If for these 2 hours we just listened to this here. Hang on. Let me turn it up for you guys too. Wait. Basketball dribbling noise? Let's create a little sound scene here. Basketball dribbling ambiance. Basketball sounds. Dribbling, swish, bounce. Don't ever put an intro on your dang sound effect thing. No, we don't want that. Basketball dribbling sound effect. You see the vision now, chat? This is too even. Gotta kind of like switch it up a little bit. It's too even of a sound effect. See, it starts out good. And then it kind of settles into too even of a sound. Gotta balance it properly. I want somebody to just come into the stream right here. Be like, what the fuck are they doing? What on earth? What did I just walk into? Hang on. No, that's fine. I'm seeing things. I was like, one part of that's brighter. I'm seeing things. I'm seeing things. Sounds are getting to me. The noises in my head, Chad. My brain is bouncing around my skull like a basketball. Somebody's dribbling it. Ah, I really... I should have... I should have left. I should have left this on the whole stream. That would have been so funny. I would have probably genuinely gone insane though, in all honesty. That might have been the limit. Okay, let's do another little glance. It's been a while since I've looked through the sci-fi stuff. While we listen to our lovely little sound effects. Our little soundscape that we've expertly crafted here for full immersion. Let's keep searching through. I'm just kind of curious if there's like, you know, sometimes they have like those like red rugs near the doors to kind of like, they have like a rubber on the bottom to kind of stop people from like slipping on them, but also they have the rubber to stop it from like, well, the rug is there for people who are coming in from outside to kind of dry their feet so that they don't get the gym all slippery, because it gets really slippery with water, right? But the rubber's on the bottom so that the rug itself doesn't slip. That's what I'm trying to say. That was way too more complicated. Way too more complicated. Way too complicated. Way more complicated. Both of those at the same time. It's the noises. It's driving me a little bit insane. Let's turn it up. Nice and loud, Chad. Squeak, squeak. This is either just a normal basketball game, or this is a bunch of mice and rats playing basketball. See, close your eyes. Just imagine it. Maybe bats. They're just a very communicative team. I don't know why this is making me laugh, but it's just really funny to me. You can like hear the person like dribbling the basketball like around us through my headphones. cheap viewers from unofficial cigarette. No, I'm sorry, we only have the official cigarette is allowed on this channel actually. So unfortunately, you have to get banned. We have a rule: no unofficials, only official. I guess we can put like a clipboard, right? Gym teachers have like clipboards, right? Like monitoring like team roster or whatever. I'm trying to think of like other details. We can kind of fill out some of these. Actually, maybe we put that down here, since some of these are a little empty. Coach is sitting down here. Put that right here. Match the brightness level. Okay. I like that. Rugs. Bloodstains. They were playing some serious basketball here. Yeah, I think a lot of stuff that we add will only muddy the map. I think it's nice and precise right now. So I think we're good. But I want to try to maybe test out the rugs. Do you think that will? Hello? Hello? Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay, so these definitely not. No, it's, if anything, it's just gonna be, it's over here. I'm gonna use these ones. These ones. It's gonna be like this. Should have done this way earlier. So if you're watching from home, you should be not doing what I'm doing. You should be doing this far earlier. These should be in place like basically when you're putting your door in. So we do something like that. And then we kind of do something like this. And then we do something like this. I just keep hearing the squeaks again and it keeps making me laugh. Squeak, squeak. We should do this for every map we make. Create our little soundscape for us to enhance our atmosphere. I mean, this is what I do when I'm making, like, Roll20 stuff. I try to create a little soundscape, so... Does that look good? I think it looks good. But we need to quickly save in case we ruin it. Okay. Now that that's saved, let's go over to our top layer. And, ooh, nope, not that. Let's just blend just the rug. You know what? Change the texture scale a little bit. And then it's actually more prudent to go about here, I think. Okay. And then... Okay. Something like that. Eh. Gross, I did that wrong. Okay. Let's quickly clean that up, and then what we do to clean up our mistakes is we just erase them. So let's go along here. let's fix up our walls. Man, they're really going at it in that basketball game. I haven't heard any swish though, so I don't think anybody's scored. Also, don't really hear any shots on net. Are they really playing basketball over there? They're just kind of dribbling, I think. Maybe they're doing some drills. Okay, if anybody new, chat, play along, okay? If anybody new comes in the stream, right? We just pretend that we can't hear the basketball noises. And we just pretend like the map is so immersive that... the map is so immersive that they're envisioning those sounds in their head. It's just the power of art. Actually, let's, these doors are a little off, huh? Let's fix those up. This is a bit of a nitpick, to be honest. But let's make sure that everything's nice and aligned. Oh, let's make these a little bigger. They both at 100? Beautiful. And then put that one up. Okay, nice and aligned. Good in there. Can we like create like a whistle? Might be able to do that. Might be able to do that. You're opening this door and it's going like that, and this one would do the same. And these ones do the same. Okay, so all the doors are lined up. And then legitimately going a little bit crazy from these sound effects, to be honest. Okay. That one's aligned. I kind of want to fix this one up a little bit there. Can just come down a little bit. And then as long as it lines up here, which it does, and should make it easy to... Actually, I wonder, did we end up painting on this at all? If we did, we should clean that up. This is all the detail work. We could skip all this and just end it. But I don't know. I'm in a perfectionist mood today, I think. I just kind of want to... make this stuff look nice. I'd say I'm in a perfectionist mood today, but when am I not? When am I not? Okay. Cooler looks good. Should put another bottle of Gatorade somewhere. Actually, now that we kind of... Maybe we should change the color a little bit. Actually, it is kind of a yellowy green, isn't it? Let's do another bottle of Gatorade over here. So that it doesn't look like an accident. It looks like 2 accidents. Let's maybe rotate some of these. Okay, they are rotated. There's Gatorade for anybody who wants it. Anybody who's feeling a little dehydrated. Some pure sugar water. That'll get you fixed up perfectly. Okay. Now we just sit back. We just absorb the atmosphere. Who do you think's winning in the basketball game, Chad? Oh yeah, oh shit, I completely forgot to do this before we shaded. Were we gonna come up with a name for the basketball team? Because we could have like put that on the court, you know? The Charity Bay King Crabs. It's not bad. Charity Bay. So we look up sea creatures that start with a C. I love that every time you like Google stuff like this, it always has results. Like people just do this all the time, you know? People are like things that start with A, things that start with B. There's always a result for no matter what you're doing. You could be searching clowns with names that start with a C, and it's there. Should we figure it out? What the heck? Okay, I'm getting this is gonna be a hard swerve sidetrack, but I have to open this page. I'm sorry. We're gonna have the basketball noises in the background while we. This is now probably the weirdest stream of the year. We're about to look at 599 plus clown names to inspire your next character. Oh, should we also open the list of clowns from Wikipedia? Fictional characters wiki. Category Clownopedia. I'm sorry, what? Okay, it's tangent time, chat. We're in the last act of the stream. It's tangent time, baby. I need to make sure that these are clean before I show you. Cuttlefish? The Charity Bay Cuttlefish? It's not bad. Right? That's alright. Sorry, I'm opening a bunch of different pages. Okay. First things first. Clown names. This is a crazy... Hang on, I gotta scroll through the whole webpage, make sure there's not like some weird thing at the bottom that will, you know, give me a ban. Give me a quick ban. Okay. We're keeping the basketball noises stay on. As we take a quick tangent. Long list of clown name ideas. You can't... This has to be like generated, right? Somebody AI generated this shit. No one would come up with this for your clown names, right? They just said, generate me a list of 25 to what? How many? Jesus Christ! How many did you? How many are there? Oh my god! These are all dog shit clown names. I'm gonna roast this article for a sec because I think this is written by AI. I don't think anyone would actually take the time to do this. This has to be like some sort of Jesus. Oh my god, there's so many. Oh my god, there's so many. 650? These are not clown names. A clown name is like Bozo the Clown or like Chuckles. Or even like more esoteric names like Pagliacci. It's like something Italian. Or okay, this maybe. Like that could maybe be one. Alfie the Astonishing, like maybe. Apricot Andy, nobody's naming their clown that. Aloha Acrobat? No. No. Ankle Biter Artie. This is generated by AI. It has to be. because there's no one on Earth who thinks that Button Beauregard is a clown name. I refuse to believe it. If you sat every person on Earth who can read and write, if you sat all of them down and said, come up with 10 clown names each, not a single person on the entire planet would write down Button Beauregard. I will stand by that. Wait, should we hang on? What's some clown music? Let's put on some clown music. Clown music. Circus theme song. Wait, what's that? Wario World circus level. Yeah, what's that? Circus level OST. Wonky Circus? Okay. Okay, this is now the most unhinged stream of the year. We got our basketball sound still going. We got our clown music. Man, these clowns are really good at basketball. And there goes Button Beauregard for the three-pointer. Swishy makes it. That's the game-winning shot. Wait, why is the song getting more unhinged? Let's go. It's kind of a jam. Come on. Come on. There's no clown. No clown would ever be named that. You generated this with AI, my man. You sat down. I'm going to call you out right now, author of this article. You sat down in front of ChatGPT and you said, generate me 650 clown names that all are alliterative. And it just dumped out this trash. Come on, you could have at least read through them. There's only 650 clown names. You could have read through them and been like, Bumblebee Baxter, that's not a very good one. What other brilliant... I kind of almost want to add one of these as a clown name in a campaign, just because I think it's funny. Look at... Come on. Boulder Bopper? No. Blissful Bruno? That's not bad. That's kind of funny. But, like, doesn't make any sense for a clown. Bon Bartholomew. That almost goes hard in, like, it's a completely terrible name kind of way. Bongo Breezy. Terrible. Bellhop Buddy. Bingo the Bold. Okay, see? Kind of a clown name. We almost got there. We're getting there. Blinky the Bright? Okay. Chuckles the Chipper? See? Okay. There's a clown name. Chuckles. Confetti Cornelius. That's the most, like, proper clown I've ever heard. He's, like, sipping tea. Caramel Comet. Crayon Clyde. What does this clown do? I don't know. He shows up to the children's birthday party, just eats crayons. This is not a clown name. Get out of here. Cricket Clover? No. Cactus Carl? Come on. It's not a clown. Captain Cuddles? Okay. Clown. Cookie the Clown? Clown. Cotton Candy Corey? The Corey part kind of ruins that one, doesn't it? If it was like Cotton Candy Chuckles or something like that. Curly Q. Okay, that's a clown name. That's a clown name. Comet Cosmo? No. Not a clown name. Clownfish Carlos? I kind of feel like we've lost the plot a little bit here. The other thing we were doing was the fish, not this one. How did we get back into fish? Hang on, let's loop that song. What other sound effects can we add to this? Let's get real fucked up tonight. Doodle the Daring. Daffodil Davy. Drummer Dan. Come on. These are some terrible clown names. I feel like we're skirting a little close to copyright on that one. Drizzle Drake. I feel like we're also kind of skirting close to some other things there. Don't name yourself that if you're a clown. Don't name yourself that. Elfin Eddie. I mean, it's not really a clown, that's an elf. Maybe he's a Christmas clown. Does that exist? Christmas clown? Is that real? More elves. Okay. This is how you know it has to be generated, because nobody would say this. Hang on. I'm going to lose my mind if I don't turn off the basketball noises for a sec. Yeah, this is how you know it's ChatGPT, because no human being would ever even come up with espresso when thinking about clowns. Nobody. 0 people. Why are they all elves? Clowns are not elves. ChatGPT, clowns are not elves, okay? Easy Eddie. Actually, that's like a gangster from like a mafia movie. Hey. Eddie. Easy Eddie. They call him Easy Eddie. And we need him whacked. Excitable Edna. Again, terrible. That's like a librarian. Elmo the Exuberant. Fizzy the Funny? No. Flapjack Floyd? Okay, that could like kind of be a clown name. Frisky Freddy? Do not fucking invite this guy to your birthday party, okay? Keep this guy away from everybody. Lock him up. Frisky Freddy? Not allowed. Get rid of him. Funny Bone Foster. See, like, they're almost like just Funny Bone. That could be a clown name. Just Funny Bone. But they've ruined it by adding Foster to the end of it. Giggles the Great? Okay. Clown name. Clown name. That works. Goofball Gus. Clown name. Gumbo. Clown name. Groovy Gregor. Not a clown name. Grinny Gordon. These are terrible. Happy Feet. See, Happy Feet could be one. It's a movie, but like it could be a clown name. Even just a honeydew. See, less is more, chat. Truly. Truly, we learn these lessons in the strangest of places. Less is more. Hocus Pocus Harry. That's the wrong genre. This is a magician name. We're talking about clowns. Hyperion Hope. See, again, another one that keys in that this was not written by a human being. Hyperion Hope. Legitimately, never ever would anybody ever write that. You could put monkeys on typewriters and they wouldn't come up with that. Hypno Herman. Okay, keep that guy away from people as well. Let's get rid of that guy. That guy goes in the clown trash can as well. Hyacinth Hubert. See what I mean? No human being would ever think of this. Icicle Irving. Again, we're back to Christmas. Impish Izzy. Okay. Inky. It's a decent clown name. Illusionist. Again. Back. That's magic. Again, wrong. Icarus the Imaginative. Ivy the Illusionist. See? We're... Okay. Nobody, no clown is named Iambic Isaac. That is just not even remotely the right Iroquois Ingrid. That's not at all related to clowns. Interstellar Iris. Where along the lines of when this guy was typing his prompt into ChatGPT, where along the lines did he somehow get space in here? Because there's like Cosmos and Interstellar. What wire is getting crossed in the robot that's making it come up with this? Jingle Joe, we're back to Christmas. Jovial Jerry. Some of these sound like the most boring clown ever. Just leave off the Jamie and you've got a clown. Jambalaya Jasper. Juggernaut Shinat. Kazoo. See, Kazoo, that could be a clown name. You ruined it by adding Katie on the end. Kapow. That could be a clown name. Kapow the clown. Kingfisher? What do you mean, Kingfisher? We're doing birds now? Just don't add another K to that one. Leave it at 2Ks. Don't add any more Ks to those ones. Loopy Larry. That could be a clown name. Limelight Liam. Lantern Lance? What do you mean? We're like only halfway through. Should we abandon this? I'm like into this. I'm fascinated by how terrible this is. I keep thinking we'll come up with one that's just like so completely dog shit that it'll beat all the others, you know? Nectarine Natalie's pretty terrible. See, Nebula, why are we back into space? What's going on here? It's just thinking of like a random word and then applying a name onto it. Is this the sophistication of generative AI? Is this what we're dealing with? Is this what Disney is using to write all their movies now? Oyster Oswald. That's the mascot for our basketball team. Oatmeal Ola. Oceanus Olympia. Could you imagine if you were like, oh yeah, I got a clown for my 6-year-old child's birthday party. And then they show up and their name is Oceanus Olympia? What would that even look like? I can't even conceptualize what a clown named that would even look like. Poppy the Prankster? That's not bad, right? That's okay. It's got one. It's not bad. And then we're immediately back down into the dumps with Pumpernickel Peter. I don't think you came up with that one in ChatGPT, or guy who claims to have written this article. I don't think either of you came up with that. I think you might both have taken that one from somewhere. That one might already belong to somebody. I figured the cues were going to be the worst section, and it kind of is. Quirky Quentin the Clown. See, again, another one that shows that this man did not write this article. In fact, he did not even proofread his own article, because not a single human being on planet Earth, when asked the question, what would be a good clown name, would come up with Quench Quintissa. That might be the worst one on the entire list. That might be the most obvious one as well. Quench Quintessa. Terrible. Quintessence Queen. Quicksand Quigley. I don't think I want to see that clown's act. I completely forgot what we were actually doing on this stream. We got so like hard left sidetracked into something else. Revelry Rick. That's like a Middle Ages clown. Revelry Richard. Court Jester. Just like leave off all these names and you have immediately better clown names. Like even just like Skittles the clown. That's fine. That's serviceable. But you went and added Sean to the end of it and you ruined it. Squiggle the clown. Why did you add Samson? Did you want the clown name to be what, more biblical? Is that what we were aiming for here? Tumbleweed Tim, that's a cowboy clown. Tricky Trevor. See, Toodles the clown. Get rid of Trisha. We didn't need it. Turbo Ted. Umbrella Ulysses. Come on. Uptown. Ultraviolet Uriel. Uptempo Ulrika. Yeah, that's a very normal clown name. You guys haven't heard of that clown? That's a very famous clown. You guys don't know about Uptempo Ulrika? Upstage Ursula. Uvula Uriel. Okay, there's another really bad one. I'm just imagining clowns for all of these. It's like, okay, imagine like a really long line of clowns and they're like signing up for like clown duty. They're at the clown office and they have to come and get their government assigned clown name. And there's just this long line all the way out the door and then into a car. And they're all in, the rest of the lines in the car. And this guy waits for like 5 hours and he's in his clown makeup and he gets to the front of the line. And they hand him his little piece of paper with his clown license on it, and he looks down. He's all hopeful and he's happy. He's like, finally, I've graduated clown college, and I have my degree in clowning, and I can become a government official licensed clown. And they hand him his clown license, and that's his clown name. His clown name is Uvula Uriel. And they're like, sorry, we were running out of names. Velvet Vince. Sounds like a lounge singer. Voodoo Vince. Voyager Vanessa. Vineyard Vince. There's a lot of Vinces here. Vintage Veronica. Not a clown name. Viceroy Vega. That sounds like a fighting game character. Whimsy. Whimsy the clown would be a good name. Get rid of Walter. His real name can be Walter, but just get rid of that and just call him Whimsy the clown. I wonder what we're gonna get for Z or Z for the Americans. Waddles Whitney. Wisp Winifred. Xerxes the Jester. Yeah, that's a good clown name. X Factor Xander. Exciting Zavi. That's not bad. It's bad, but like now that we've seen a lot of the other ones, like Uvula Uriel, now they're all seeming good when they're just mediocre. Yo-Yo Yancey. Yosef. Yahoo Yosef. Yappy the Clown. That's a good name. Yarn Yoshi. Isn't that a video game? Isn't that a video game for the Switch? Yarn Yoshi? What do you mean Yarn Yoshi? Nintendo will be knocking on your door if you call yourself that as a clown. Nintendo doesn't fuck around with their lawsuits. They'll be knocking on your door, man. You gotta watch out. They probably are gonna DMCA this article if you're not careful, dude. Yogurt. The letters almost start to look wrong when you see them repeated so often. Like the letter Y now looks like messed up to me. It's like I'm reading like runes. I guess that's what letters are, but Zany Zelda. Honestly, compared to what we've got, these are okay. Zany Zelda, not terrible. Zoodle the Clown, not bad. See, the letter Z now looks messed up to me. I'm like slowly losing my sanity. Oh yeah, hang on, let's read his conclusion for his little thesis on clowns that he's written. Whether you choose that he definitely wrote, that he didn't just try to like farm the internet by spamming articles about nothing through ChatGPT. Definitely that's not what happened here. That's 100% not what happened here. I promise. He definitely didn't do that. This was 100% organic, written by a man with a passion for clowns, clearly. Whether you choose to be a Swiss clown, a Russian clown, or something entirely unique. Do you guys know what a Swiss clown is? Should we look that up? Is that a specific genre of clown? Are there clown genres? Swiss clown. Swiss clown. That is a genre of clown. Maybe this guy is an expert. Or maybe it's not, and it's just popping up things, people who are Swiss and are clowns. I think that might just be a very specific category, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. There are 5 Swiss clowns. And all of them have better names than this guy's list. We've got Dimitri the clown. We've got Grok the clown. He was called the king of clowns, the greatest of Europe's clowns. Wow. Grok was once the most highly paid entertainer in Europe. What? We've got Bruno, Gardi, and Toto. Those are the Swiss clowns. The more you know, chat. We learn so much every day, don't we? What an informative stream this is. Frequently asked questions about clowns. This is totally real. And not at all generated. Why do I feel like this right here is just literally what he typed into ChatGPT to make this article? Can you give examples of famous clown names? And then ChatGPT came back with absolutely. Famous names include right? You can kind of see the backstage. We could pull back the curtain a little bit on that one. Are there different types of clown names? Yes. What if we scroll down into the very bottom and then this guy's like clown expert? Wait, what? You help filmmakers sell their ideas. What do you mean? Okay. This is definitely written by bro did not even proofread this. That's what it's a money gated website. Come on. I think we found a boy running a little scam here. I think he's running a little scam. I think the best one was Uvula Uriel. This one right here. 525. That's probably the worst clown name. Anyways, what were we doing again? Oh yeah, we were looking at sea creatures. I forgot. Hang on, let me close my page on Swiss clown Grok. The king of clowns. Grok with wife in Berlin, 1930. He retired to the Villa Bianca, now named Villa Grok. Okay. Okay, I am legitimately starting to lose my mind. So I gotta calm down. There is a Clownopedia, by the way. There is a Clownopedia. That's not what we were looking at, but there is one. And the ones that pop up immediately is the It Clown, the Jigsaw Clown, Harley Quinn, and Ahsoka from Hunter x Hunter. Okay. When did I even? Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure out how I even got onto clowns in the first place, and it was because I was looking up sea creatures that start with a C, and then I tried to think of something random else that would be a similar search, and my brain came up with clowns. That's how we got on that tangent. How long was that tangent? Like an hour and a half? Something like that. Okay. Sea creatures. Let's do underwater video game music. Aquatic themes. Some good Sonic drowning theme. Yeah, let's do that. Underwater video game themes. Let's do it. Please don't be loud. Ooh. Ooh. Very peaceful. And then let's do underwater ambiance. Create another soundscape. I'm really enjoying this for some reason. Ooh. It's kind of cozy, right? With Uriel still on screen. Yeah, this now makes complete logical coherence, right? We've got underwater music, our basketball court. Yeah. Just Charlemagne stream things. Okay, let's close that clown name article. Let's close our basketball court references. Okay, and then we're looking. So we're okay. Context: we're trying to think of a basketball team name. Well, I guess just the sports teams for this school in general. So the football team would be that too, but like sort of the mascot for the school. You know, you got your like, I don't know, your Spartans or whatever. And so we need to think of that. And we were thinking something to do with the ocean that started with a C because the town is called Charity Bay. So if we combine Charity Bay plus underwater, something underwater that starts with a C to get that nice alliteration. So let's think. Let's think. Actually, let's pull up this article on sea creatures. And let's learn. Let's learn about sea creatures, chat. We should just do a stream one time where we just like learn about stuff. That would honestly be kind of really fun. We just like create a nice little atmosphere and we just learn about something random together. Just study stream. That'd be fun, right? Okay. Let's skip to the C section. Clownfish, the Charity Bay clownfish. Not great. Cuttlefish? Cuttlefish is not bad, right? The Charity Bay cuttlefish. Charity Bay king crabs. Is that too wordy? It would be the most thematically appropriate one. I will say that. Oh, it's ominous. Oh, no, now I recognize it. whoa, that was scary for a second, but then I was like, oh, I know that sound font. That's Donkey Kong Country. Crown of Thorns, like the D&D spell. The coral, the conch. What else we got? We got cod, we got cuttlefish, we got clownfish, we got sea cucumber, we got is there like a Wikipedia of every sorry, I still have the clown. Every ocean creature. Just every ocean creature. Is there a list of every ocean creature? all things in the ocean. Everything. Can we find a list of that? List of fish names? I mean, we could start there. See, because every list that you find just has like 3 things on it. Crab, cuttlefish, clownfish. And then just move on to the next letter. I know there's more than that. Somebody do the work. Okay. Here we go. Now we're talking. There's a couple more. The conch. The chubs. Chub mackerels. Terrible. Cryptoclitus. Yeah, should we just do like a dinosaur? The charity by Cryptocliduses. Clyde. They're basically like a plesiosaur. Okay, hang on. Let's oh hell yeah. Thank you, Wikipedia. I know you'll always pull through for meaningless, worthless knowledge. Okay. Here we go. Catfish? I mean, but that implies more of like a Louisiana thing, doesn't it? It's not quite like a Mass type thing. Massachusetts. Candlefish. Carpet sharks. The charity bag carpet sharks. Cherub fish. I mean, kind of a little thematic, but just too... That would be terrible. That would be the worst high school mascot of all time, I think. I genuinely struggle to think of anything better other than just having like a slur as your mascot. But the Charity Bay Chub Suckers. That's what it would be like if we were like writing a really shitty, like quote unquote adult Netflix cartoon. Like, you know, those dog shit TV shows that like almost nobody watches, but they just keep getting season after season. That's what it would be if we were writing something like that. But we're smarter than that, chat. Okay. I don't think any of these are gonna work. I guess we could do K. That would work, right? Because that would make the same sound. No, well, I guess it's Charity Bay, so that doesn't really work then. I was thinking C, I was like, K, but it's Charity Bay. You named it, my man. You thought of the name. There isn't really much else other than a CH that makes the ch noise, huh? Charity Bay jellyfish. Doesn't quite work. Kind of think cuttlefish is not bad. If we want to be a little wordier, we could be the Charity Bay sea cucumbers. The clams, the crabs. The king crabs is another kind of wordier one that's not bad. I do kind of like that one. Okay, let's hang on. Let's go back to our underwater high school gym, shall we? Should we put back on the other noises? Ah, how long have we been going for? 3 hours? And one of those hours is just complete nonsense? Unwatchable content? Not bad. Not bad. 2/3 of the stream are watchable. Hang on, let's put our other ambiance back on. As much as I'm looking at our underwater stuff, let's get our basketball back. Gym shoes squeaking. We made it a half an hour into the gym shoes squeaking thing. It's 6 hours long. Okay, get our basketball dribbling. Okay. There we go. And then can we layer in music too? For the perfect vibe. Really quiet. Eh. I like this better. I like this the empty hollow gym. Okay. The map is done, right? We don't need to keep doing anything on the map. I was gonna say we could do like some sort of like impact font or something, you know? Like the stencil font. Alright, we take the outline off. We like fuck with the opacity. We make it like charity. Hey, you know? Just gonna say we could do like this sort of thing. You know, where they like write the team name. And then we could do like, this is really easy to undo, so we might as well just try it. It'd be like Charity Bay, King Crabs, or something like that. And then right, and then we like find a crown somewhere. Just from all the assets. Crown. No? Crown. And then we do like this. Right? This is like too detailed. We don't need to do this. This is silly. Right? And then we get rid of the shadow. We do the same thing to the crab. Kind of works, right? Wait, we should probably not put them on a layer 5, huh? Move down a little bit. There you go. Okay. What do we think? Pointless details or cute? I mean, I guess we can save with this and I can just undo it if I think of a better name for the team. because we need to get rid of the crab too, I guess, if it's not going to be called the king crabs. I guess we can mess with maybe opacity here. We could try like overlay. No, I kind of like it just like that. But why? What happened here? 31-ish. Like this? Like that? Is that good? Is that detailed enough? Are we good? Okay, kind of align some of this stuff better. Because I don't think it's quite in line. It's not. Okay. Honestly, we could even, we could even delete, like, the text if we wanted. And, like, just leave the crab symbols to make it, like, simpler, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence about it. I'm a little on the fence. Actually, I almost kind of want to just, like, darken that slightly. I don't know why. Speaking to me. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence as to whether or not I like the text and the crabs or not. There's a charming simplicity to it without it, but it's a cute detail to have it, you know? Sort of waffling back and forth. I think ultimately we can just save it with it on. And is this symmetrical? Well, we find it, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Don't measure. Don't measure or you will never be able to unsee it. If it's not symmetrical, we leave it. Don't measure. Because we can't undo it. So, it doesn't matter. If it's not right, it's not right. Who cares? And could even... my brain is just... Nah. That's not right. Okay. I think this is good. I think we have to leave it here. Otherwise I will descend further into clown hell and slowly lose my mind. But this is this is known. Welcome, Rika. Welcome, Cool Cats. Hello, everybody. We're just a little bit losing our minds here. It's all right though. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. My Nightbot is really mean about caps, and I think it's funny, so I leave it. But welcome. And you're right, Jason. I am losing my mind a little bit, just a little bit. We're making a tabletop RPG map of a basketball court for a very specific small town high school in Massachusetts, in Charity Bay, Massachusetts. And we're actually almost done. I think it looks pretty good. I went a little bit insane making these basketball nets, but I actually think they turned out pretty good. Okay, you guys tell me, can you tell what I made these basketball nets out of? Because this is not a basketball net asset that I clicked and dragged in. We made this from scratch. So, what objects do you think, what average normal objects do you think I made this basketball net out of? Because I guarantee you probably won't be able to guess it. Also, do you like our ambiance that we have? That's what's been kind of driving me crazy. This is the 6 hour long video of basketball dribbling and gym shoes squeaking. Spoons? I've used spoons for streetlights before, so you're not crazy for saying spoons. So this part here, let's start with this part. This part is it's this. It's like a power thing. So we've used that and we've kind of cut off a lot of it. But it's like for, you know, hydro. It's power. It's electricity. But this bit is a painting canvas for the backboard. So this is just a blank canvas instead of a painted on canvas. And then we've used, for this bit of the backboard, it is a painting frame that we've turned red. See, it usually looks like that. So we turned it red and used that as our backboard. And then this is a carpet that we've drawn in a circle, plus another little bit of carpet to connect it. And then this bit I drew by hand and overlapped. So that is our basketball net. It's a little unhinged, but we got there in the end. I sat here for like legitimately like half an hour trying to figure out how to make the net part of the basketball hoop, and we were just going like, well, we could just not put the net in. It would be fine. No one would notice that there wasn't a net. But then I had the idea that I could draw it, and I was like, okay, well, now we have to do it. What do you think these pom-poms are? the cheerleader pom-poms? Give her a guess. And then we've also got a cooler here. Guess what the cooler they're individual flowers that we changed the colors of. So if you look at them, they are petunias. See? They're petunias that we changed the color of and put together into pom-poms. And then the cooler here is a train hatch that we warped. It usually looks like that. It's like a train hatch for the top of a train. And so we warped it and then turned it a little bit more white. And then we used a weapons crate here from the sci-fi stuff that we turned red and made a cooler out of that. And there, that's how you make it. That's how you make a basketball court, everybody. We used the reference for the lines on the ground. I kept thinking throughout the entire thing that it was actually like a Pokemon battle arena that we were making. It did kind of feel like that for a real good chunk of it, especially this middle bit. But once we had the nets in place, it's like, okay, this is definitely a basketball court. Did I play basketball in school? I can answer that question by telling you that I'm 6'4". Does that answer your question? Basketball is an ostrich egg that painted orange and 2 lines on it. I mean, that wouldn't be out of place, to be honest. I will say I'm very proud of these basketball nets though. They turned out great. I was like really struggling for a while. Was not sure if we were gonna come up with anything solid, but it started to take shape. We saw the vision in our mind's eye, and it was worth it. Today's Pokemon days. It's kind of fitting you made an almost Pokemon battle arena. Yeah, I saw you were streaming that. Anything interesting happen in the Poke presentation? I don't know what they call it. Anything cool go now? Oh, also this stream is 3 hours long. 2 hours was making this map. There was a little intermission in the third act where we went on a very unhinged tangent where we were looking at clown names. That's neither here nor there. Ignore that. Mostly phone games, but Pokemon Z, eh? Pokemon Za, Pokemon. Is it the Italy Pokemon and you make pizza? They had a Spanish Pokemon, right? When's Italian Pokemon? How's there not a pizza Pokemon yet? How is there not a pizza Pokemon yet? Come on. There's a Pokemon for everything. There's a keychain Pokemon. There's like 7 different duck Pokemon. Come on. Pizza. It's free. Nintendo, Game Freak, giving that to you for free. Don't even have to credit me. How many times do you think somebody submitted? How many times do you think somebody submitted that as like an idea? Someone who like works in like the art department just keeps trying to get their pizza Pokemon submitted, and they just keep like they just slip the drawing into the pile, and they keep rejecting it every single generation. They're just like, please, please, the pizza. I want my pizza Pokemon. And then it just ends up in the trash bin every time. It's gotta like it's like a I'm drawing a blank on what I'm trying to say, but like the longer that Pokemon carries on for, the more likely it is that we get a pizza Pokemon, right? Like it's an inevitability, right? Like unless they just decide to just cancel Pokemon entirely, it's inevitable that we eventually get a pizza one, right? We got bread dogs and stuff. Come on. Where's my pizza Pokemon? What would you call it? Yeah, there's a garbage bag Pokemon too. You're right, Seraphim. Where's our pizza boy? What would we call him? Can we come up with a good name for him? Because that's key. The sound effects are driving me crazy. Yeah, it depends on what it looked like. Yeah, it does depend. Would it be like Zamon? That would be like if it was a Digimon. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Pizilla, and it's like a Godzilla, or like, yeah, Godzilla made a pizza. It could just be like a pizza and like the toppings of the face. just like the most generic possible concept. Yeah, would it be fire type? What type would it be? Normal? Normal type? What if it's like an EV type thing where like it starts out as like one slice right? And then when it evolves, it can go like 3 different directions, and those are like different types of pizza, and that changes the type, and then it becomes like a whole pizza, right? So there could be like a spicy pepperoni, and that goes like fire type, and then there's like a frozen pizza, and that's an ice type. Oh yeah, it could start as a little dough guy. Yeah, that would be cute too. And then evolve into a pizza. And you can pick your toppings. You give them items. You give them items, and they have to carry it around for a few levels. And if they level like several times, if they hit a certain level while holding pepperoni, then they evolve into that specific type. See, we're doing your work for you here, Game Freak. Like the discs for Arceus. I don't really know much about Arceus, but I trust you guys. I trust that you guys, the cool cats, will know about Pokemon. We did have music going on here for a little bit. I won't pretend like we were listening to this for the entire 3-hour stream, because that would have legitimately probably broken my brain. But we did have music going for a little bit. But at a certain point, we were just trying to close your eyes, experience the ambiance of the high school gym. Anyway, this map is done, I think. You'd be very concerned if you listen to this for 3 hours. Well, I will say, Rika, there was a segment around hour 3 where we were listening to Shoe Squeaking 6-hour edition, plus Basketball Dribbling Looped, plus clown music. That was a very unhinged 20 minutes of the stream. It sounded like clowns playing basketball, basically. Clown music? Yeah. It was a whole thing. You had to be there. It didn't make any sense. We found this article. I found an article. I was... Okay. Listen. We were trying to think of a name for the sports team at the high school, right? And the town is called Charity Bay, right? So we were trying to think of like, okay, it's a maritime, like harbor town in Massachusetts, right? So we think of like some sort of sea creature that would work with Charity Bay. So sea creature that starts with the letter C. And so I was searching that up, right? And then I was laughing about the fact that basically whatever you search, it will always come up with the suggestion of like, that starts with the letter A, that starts with the letter C, right? And then I was trying to think of another example of that, and I typed in clowns that start with the letter C to prove to chat that there was always a result for that. And we found an article that was just like 650 clown names. And it became very apparent that the guy who quote unquote wrote the article did not write that article. And he had no expertise in clowns. He didn't know what he was talking about at all. It was very obviously just like he typed into ChatGPT, give me 650 clown names and make them all alliteration. And then it just dumped out this massive garbage list of clown names. And he just posted it online without even proofreading it. It was very obviously not written by a human being, and it became very, very funny because we had clown names like Uvula Uriel, which I don't know. If you're hiring a clown for a birthday party and he shows up and he introduces himself to the children as Uvula Uriel, just immediately call the cops. Because something's going on there and you don't want to know what it is, just call the cops. If you ever even just see a clown named Uvula Uriel, just get rid of him. Arrest him. We don't need him in society. Get rid of him. And so we just went through the entire list of 650 names while listening to clown music and basketball noises. And I think I maybe legitimately went a little crazy. But we wrestled it back from the brink, and we're we're good now. It's okay. We're all right. But anyways, I think our basketball court is done. I think it looks good. I think it's about as good as you could do in a TTRPG setting, right? Should we make up rules for them to play basketball in a TTRPG setting? What kind of dice rolls would you have to make? Athletics, probably. That would make sense. The abyss of clown names whispered into your ear, and I'll always be there. Yeah, I think Uvula Uriel is gonna stick with me for the rest of my life. That's for sure. If you guys ever see a clown in a Grand Lorien campaign, um, he might be named Uvula Uriel. You'll have to go and talk to him to find out, but he might be. There's a chance. Your tummy hurts? Is it from laughing or just in general? Grunks are gonna be powerful with the 20-foot standing long jump? Yeah. From laughing? Okay. Well, I guess that's a better reason than just in general. It's true. Just Mage Hand, slam dunk with Mage Hand. Now I kind of almost want to let the players play basketball if they want. See if they can abuse the system to just cheat at basketball. Counterspell. No spells allowed? Yeah. You have to just win by pure skill. It's just the wizard shows up to the basketball court. He's got his basketball shorts on and he's just ready to use all of his spells to just demolish everybody, and then you just hit him with counterspell. He just walks out of the gym, his head hung low. Absolutely dunked on. Anyways, okay, there's nothing else we can add to our basketball court. We need to finish this stream before we hit 4 hours. But this actually, it turned out pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. It's just about as good as we possibly could do, I think. I challenge you, make a better basketball court. Putting a whole new spin on the title of Court Wizard. Okay. I think I need to like drink some water or something. Yeah, maybe I'm dehydrated. Sometimes you just put a lot of work into something and you go a little feral along the way. I think Rika understands. Where you're just like on like hour 3, hour 7 of working on something, and you just like, you're a little bit unhinged. Got the twitch in your eye going, you know? You totally understand it? Yeah, I figured you would. That's why it's helpful to stream on Twitch when you're doing things like this, working on some sort of creative process, because then you can just pretend that you're talking to chat and not talking to yourself alone in your room. Because it's just better for your mental health if you actually can convince yourself that you're talking to real people instead of yourself. It's just an excuse. That's why we do it. Anyways, let's wrap up. The voices are something, yeah, you can point at. Yeah, exactly. Instead of just voices in my head, it's voices on the screen, and I can yell at them. That's the idea. Otherwise, it's just me yelling at my wall. That's not good for anybody. Okay. Let's go to bed, everybody. It's bedtime, I think. I think it's bedtime. You think it's bedtime? Yeah, I agree, Chad. It is bedtime. See, I have the tag unhinged on this stream, so that's what I hope it wasn't false advertising. I hope you got your money's worth on your unhinged viewing. This is why you watch Grand Lorian streams, so that you can witness tabletop RPG basketball courts. This is the only place on Twitch where you can find that. I promise you. If you can find me, if you can find me another tabletop RPG basketball court on Twitch, then I will be astonished. So you can't say you can call us a lot of things here on the Grand Lorian channel, but you can't say that we're not unique. That's like when someone like your grandma's trying to like compliment something that's just obviously terrible. Oh, it's unique. Yeah, it's really unique. Yeah, that art project that you made that you brought home from school is really unique. Let's put it on the fridge. Actually, there's not that much room on the fridge. Let's put it on the top of the fridge where no one can see it. Because it's just so unique that it wouldn't be right to put it next to all the other stuff on the fridge. So we'll just put it up here on top of the fridge. You can't see it at all. That's the equivalent of our stream here. Okay, let's go back over to the classroom. Should we keep the basketball noises on? Just round out the end of the stream with the basketball noises. Even when we're in the classroom. Even when we're hanging out here. Man, I'm trying to work here in my study. There's people playing basketball in the background. Hey! Hey, I'm trying to work here. Wait, I should have put an echo on my voice. Damn it. That would have been like peak gymnasium streaming. I should have put an echo on my voice for the entire stream. Just as soon as we get the room set up, just put an echo on my or like a reverb on my voice for just the rest of the stream. And that just sound like like I'm actually in a gym. Hang on. Okay, I gotta do the bit now. One sec. Cathedral. Yeah, something like this, right? Hello? Can you hear it? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is it working? Did it put it on? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, like this. And then we're in our high school gym, right? Am I the announcer? Does it sound like the announcer? I can't actually hear myself because I would just speech jam myself. You guys gotta tell me. Do I sound like an intercom? And that's Uvula Uriel with the 3-pointer. And that's the game point. Okay, I have to turn this off because I will. Sorry, you got silenced. Bobby, I can't wait. Okay, I want to do that. I want to do that too. I gotta get that voice clip too. Here, I'll read it off. Bobby to the principal's office. Bobby to the principal's office again. How was that? Was that good? Was that good? Did I do it justice? Oh, somebody's in trouble. Yeah, everybody else in the gym is going, ooh. What did you do? Ah, tearing up. I'm laughing. Okay. What was I doing again? I was wrapping up the stream? I think so. Something like that. Supposedly. Rumor has it I was trying to wrap up the stream. Okay. Got double blasted? What'd you get double blasted by? Oh, Nightbot and Moobot. I didn't notice that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, they both they teamed up. One of them got you in a headlock, and the other one jumped from the top row. Oh, that's awesome. Love my bots. All right. Okay. So, okay. Let's turn on. Let's turn off the. Let's finally free ourselves of the basketball noises. Let's get some nice lighthearted music in here. Okay. Okay. We're back. Okay. We can all breathe out now. The basketball game has ended. The Clowns won it. And they'll be going on to championships. Okay. So, as for what's coming up, we're going to be trying to get Gaunt's Gold back up. But obviously, you know, anytime you're trying to start with D&D, you are wrestling with everybody's schedules, so it's always a bit of a process. But we're working on getting it started. We were thinking that Tuesday is going to be the new day for Gaunt's. Same time, pretty much, but we're going to switch off of Wednesdays, move it to Tuesdays, because that seems to work better for everybody's school and work schedules. And that'll be coming back soon. And then very soon, as I am anticipating a package arrival, very soon we'll be getting the Final Fantasy XIV tabletop role-playing game campaign started. Obviously, that will depend on when I get my book, because I have to read that book. But I have most of it all ready to go. I just need to make sure that I've, you know, received the rule book before we can start. So look forward to that very soon. What are you saying please about? Let you into what? Let you into which one? There's lots going on. All of well, in that teaser for the year in tabletop role-playing gaming, there was a campaign that you are in, Al, so don't fret too much. That's my next priority after the two things that I just talked about, is that campaign. So yes, Hellstorm. Yeah, that's you guys if you couldn't tell. Anyways, so I think probably like early March is the hope for the Final Fantasy one. It's basically as soon as I can get it going. But I really want to get that one off the ground as soon as possible, just because it's such a new system. I want to be the only person on Twitch playing it. That's basically my motivation to get it going as soon as possible. If you want to watch Final Fantasy XIV tabletop gaming, you have to come to the Skeleton. You gotta come to the Lich. I'm the dealer. And it is a cool system. It's not like I'm gonna be like only playing in that system from now on, but I definitely want to run a campaign or two in it because it's a unique little system that the combat does genuinely feel like Final Fantasy XIV, which is a really cool thing that they did there. Like you actually feel like you're playing the MMO somehow. They somehow pulled that off. It's a little miraculous. But yeah, so look forward to that. That's just as soon as I can. So March ideally, early March. It just all depends on when I get my book. If it gets lost in the mail, then we have to wait. But I feel weird starting it without the rule book, even though I already know the rules from the starter set. I want the full rules because that includes all the other classes. So I don't want to, you know, force the players to only pick from those 4 classes. Make a lot of movement in 1, 2, 3 combo. I mean, sort of. Like the skills do combo off of each other if you use them in successive stuff. Because you get like a couple things to do per turn, and you can combo off of certain things. And it does play with movement a lot as well. The system plays with movement a lot because there's a built-in system for like AoE targeting, and there's a built-in system for enmity. And so like movement legitimately is mechanics, which again, I kind of already do that in my D&D campaigns. You guys have seen my love for AoEs. But like FF14 system has it like built in, which is really cool. I really like it. You should see Black Mage and them managing their mana with their ice and fire spells. It's really cool. Like you legitimately go back and forth between mana restoring ice and mana burning fire between your turns, and you can transpose and everything. It's quite a system. So I'm looking forward to reading that book. We might do like a little like how-to stream maybe while I'm reading the book or something like that, where I kind of summarize some rules. So if I anticipate that the stream's going to take like, or the campaign's going to take like another week to get up, then maybe we'll do like a little like exploring the rules stream where we just kind of hang out and talk about it. Because I kind of already did that with the starter set, but we'll maybe do another one just for fun. But anyways, so look forward to that. That's what's coming up. Sort of several campaigns in the near future, and yeah, see if we can mix in a few other things in there, some video games, maybe some collab streams. But anyways, that's all for tonight. We're gonna wrap up here because we're bordering on 4 hours, and I've got some Moogle tombstones to grind. I actually don't know if I'm gonna do that tonight, but Rika knows what I'm talking about. Some of you know. Got some more Praetorium runs to get in. Anyways. Have a good night, everybody. This is probably it for streams this week, because I might be busy on the weekend. So we'll get back in hopefully Tuesday with something. It'll either be gone or it won't. So I'll make that announcement as soon as I'm able. But you know, we need to make sure that everybody's schedules are working out, because we obviously want everybody to be there. So yeah, have a good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the raid again, Rico. Thank you for keeping me company, everybody, while I slowly descend into the void of madness. Map by map. And have a good night. Thank you for watching. Should we raid somebody? Let's raid somebody. We got a lot of people here. Let's raid somebody. Let's go. Who's online? Who's online? Is Ripley streaming? She's streaming. Yeah, she's streaming The Sims. So we go. You guys want to watch The Sims? Let's watch somebody play The Sims. Go and be nice. And be polite. But I don't have to tell you guys that. You already know that. And thanks for watching. Go and say hello if you want. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. And I'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching.